Hey guys, thanks for checking out this clip of Anatomy of the Church and State. Be sure to catch the full episode on Rumble or ChristiansForLiberty.com. Links are in the show description. But it's kind of switching gears here a little bit. Speaking of all this stuff going on and the different ways in which different generations have viewed patriotism. Is patriotism biblical? Why or why not?
I've been thinking about that. I think it is, because if you really think about it, Israel, the thing that made Israel unique was having a pride in who they were as God's people. And so they had, if you will, a patriotic pride. 400 and 3 years ago now, the Mayflower Compact, where the pilgrims made a covenant with God. We will be a covenant people. We're going to be in covenant. So we're almost like the new Israel. That was their, we can worship freely, whatever your religion is, but we're going to be a covenant people. And throughout our biblical history, we have, whenever we were in covenant with God, God blessed us. And when we break that covenant, like Israel, we suffer the consequences of it. So, yeah, I think that patriotism is good, but it's got to be based on, and I look at our values. The Constitution was our guardrails. Mm-hmm. Based on biblical principles, it's the guardrails to keep us on track, with our focus. George Washington knew it, Abraham Lincoln knew it, Ronald Reagan knew it, other presidents that knew that our freedoms, everything we have comes from God, and they're given to us. But like Reagan said, we're only one generation away from losing it. It's not passed on in the bloodstream. We have to earn it.
Yeah, I think a lot of people, I've mentioned this with several other guests that people forget because they don't teach it anymore, that our country was indeed factually based and built on biblical principles. So I guess when would patriotism become unbiblical? Like, is there a patriotism that might go too far and maybe not align with the Word of God?
Right. Well, yeah, I mentioned earlier, I have I came to this through a lot of searching and praying and asking God, but I wanted to know, what does a godly leader look like? And so what we determined was it was like a 4-way test for a leader. If your leader asks you to do something, it's not illegal, immoral, unethical, unscriptural. So that was the principle that we applied, because there are no perfect leaders. There hasn't been, never will be, only one. And my understanding of patriotism, until I'm being asked to do something that's illegal, immoral, or unethical, unscriptural, then I will do that as unto the Lord. And I think if our government starts, like COVID, demanding that we do something, that falls under that category, that's when we draw the line and say, okay, that's a line I will not cross. You can't go to church. Abortion clinics can be open, bars can be open, those things can be open, but you can't go to church. So there we have a government that's asking us to basically violate our biblical freedoms, which are guaranteed supposedly by the Constitution.